We are getting ready for our second dose of the vaccine. Now, the first dose, I'd done some reading on it and I knew some people are affected, some are not. So I kind of knew. And I know, like, when you get the flu shot, sometimes you get a little ill for a day, which is a good thing because it means your body is learning how to fight it. They're developing the antibodies. So it is a good thing, but not fun. Well, the first shot kind of took me by surprise. My wife was like feverish for one night. When we went to bed, she was not feeling well. I was fine. Middle of the night, I woke up like freezing, shivering, sweating. It was really bad. And she felt fine. So hers only lasted a few hours. I was out for about 3 days. Oh, it was horrible. But as I said, that's a good thing because your body is developing the antibodies. So, yay. Oh, it was not fun. I was miserable for 3 days. So we're getting ready for the second vaccine and we're going to be prepared. So I run up to the mall. Festive Walk Mall has a KFC. And there's a plan for that. She's cooking up a gallon of chicken soup. I am buying a bucket of KFC. That way we will have soup and chicken. And if either or both of us are sick, we can lay in bed and eat for 3 days and we'll be fine. So I go to our Christmassy decorated mall. It's all lovely. And there's an art exhibit today. Woohoo. Pretty cool. There's always something going on at these malls. I was surprised at how busy the mall is. Now, you look at these pictures, you're like, that's not very busy. For this mall, that is busy. Festive Walk has never done well. It's a nice mall, just not very busy. But we got our chicken. She made the soup. We're ready. Vaccine is tomorrow. Oh, and in case you've noticed a new friend, this guy, he's Velcro. He holds my curtains open. When I bought him, my wife said I shouldn't have gotten him because he's creepy. I'm like, how is he creepy? He's a little monkey. She says because he screams. And I did not realize there's a button on his chest. And he does, in fact, scream. Isn't that horrible? I try not to push that button very often, but he hangs over here so you may see him when the curtains are closed. I can't open the curtains while filming because then it's too bright and crazy. Anyway, where were we? Our scheduled time of arrival was 10 a.m. It says between 10 and noon. Now, if people actually showed up at the scheduled time, there would not be a crazy crowd. However, nobody follows that. We made the mistake the first time. Even I was asking her, I was like, are you sure we should go? She goes, it's a scheduled time. We'll go at the scheduled time. And I'm like, okay. And it was a mistake. We waited for like 3 hours for our first shot because it was just packed and there's no semblance of social distancing. Well, we arrived 7:30 in the morning. They don't even open until 8. We got our shots around 9:30, 9:40. So it was an hour and a half wait, but we had to wait half an hour once they opened. There are 3 floors in this gymnasium that were just packed with people. The bottom floor is where you do the check-in, and it's about half full of people. Second and third floor is full. We were in the very front of the second floor. There were not very many people ahead of us, so we did okay. But they were not checking the times, and to make it even more interesting, they decided we're all here for our second dose. We're also going to open it to anyone in the region. Don't have to be a resident of the city. Anyone with no sign up can just walk in with their ID and get a shot. So it was a zoo. Somehow They were trying to get those of us that were getting second dose in first. So they were trying to see who was where. But it was complicated. But it didn't take too long. We were there for like 2 hours total. When we left, all 3 floors were completely full. The line was outside, around the building, and in the rain. So I'm glad we went when we did. We got in and out pretty quick. We had all the food at the house. We had the soup. We had the fried chicken. We're ready. We're going to be fine. We get sick, we'll be fine. We didn't get sick at all. Not complaining, but we didn't have to cook for 3 days. We had food. Kind of tired of fried chicken by the time it was over. She's like, what do you want for dinner? I was like, can we cook something? I'll eat that chicken later. I'm tired of it. But the city has been doing a phenomenal job on vaccines. We're over 60% vaccinated here in the city. I'm not sure how the province is doing at the moment. I haven't been following them quite as much. They don't post as much. Our mayor is very good at posting online a lot. Almost too much. But that's good because they're very open and communicative. I did just see a post from Boracay. They are at, for residents, like 63% vaccinated, and for employees, over 90, almost 95% vaccinated. Their goal for both is 100%. If they can reach, this is their enticement, if they can reach 100%, they would like to open Boracay for domestic tourism with no test required. If you're fully vaccinated, you could go with no test, but only if the island is at 100% vaccinated. I don't know if they'll ever get 100%, but that's their goal, and they've put that out there because people are saying it's been closed for so long and lockdown is hurting us. We need tourists. So they're like, okay, ball's in your court. Everybody get a vaccine. We'll open it for vaccinated tourists. Sounds like a good idea to me. It should encourage people to get the shot, and I would love to go back. We left in January, came back here, so this has been 10 months. I don't think I've ever gone 10 months without going back to Boracay. We usually go twice a year. And I'm ready to go back, but I don't want to go if I have to take a test. I just don't. It's like, I'll wait. We're planning a trip to Gigantes, hopefully soon. They've reopened for tourism. And it's a beautiful place. We want to go before it gets full of the Instagram kids. So that should be our next trip. You have to show vaccination card and the barangay clearance saying that you're not being, investigated or thought to have COVID. As long as you haven't been exposed and you've got your vaccination card, you can travel within the island. So we're fully vaxxed. No side effects to the second dose. The first one knocked me on my ass. But we're good to go. We're ready to start traveling. If they're opening it up slow. If you're asking when can you come in foreign, don't hold your breath. The election is in May of 2022. I wouldn't expect anything major to happen on the border for like tourism travel internationally until like either right before or right after the election. I'm not an expert on it, but that's just my impression. So domestic tourism is opening up, and for me, that's a good thing. We got our shot. We got fried chicken. Fun was had by all. Enjoy your day in paradise.